Hello everyone. So our topic for this week is all about rational algebraic expression. But before that, let us read all together our learning target. So yung dapat nating ma-attain or yung goal natin after we have discussed this lesson. So yung ating learning target is I can simplify rational algebraic expression. So at the end of this lesson, we are expecting that you can simplify rational algebraic expression. So kaya nyo nang i-simplify yung rational algebraic expression. So what is rational algebraic expression? Rational algebraic expressions or rational expressions are algebraic expressions of the form n over d, where n, okay, ito yon, yung nasa taas, and d are polynomials, and d should not be equal to 0. So yung numerator natin at denominator are algebraic expression. So pag sinabi nating algebraic expression, those are with numbers and variables. So either the numerator ay merong algebraic expression or yung denominator, or parehas silang merong variable na kasama. And then, lagi natin tatandaan, yung denominator, yung d, itong nasa baba, the denominator should not be equal to 0. So, bakit? Malalaman natin yan when our discussion goes on. So, always remember, a rational expression is said to be in the simplest form when the numerator and the denominator have no common factors other than 1. So, malalaman natin na nakasimplify na yung ating rational algebraic expression once na yung ating numerator or the denominator ay wala ng ibang common factor other than 1. Halimbawa, ang final answer natin is 1/2. So, yun na yung simplest form niya. Bakit? Yung factor ng 1 ay 1 times 1. Ang factor ng 2 ay 1 times 2. So, yung common lang nila ay 1. So, yun na yung final answer natin. Malalaman natin, again, na nasa simplest form ang ating rational algebraic expression kapag wala na silang common factors other than 1. Okay, so tandaan natin yon. So examples of rational algebraic expression. So ito ay makikita sa inyong libro, page 143, yung sa bandang taas. So, meron tayong 2 over y. So, ano ba yung sinasabi natin? It should not be equal to 0. So, ang numerator natin ay 2. Ang ating denominator ay y. So, ito ay example ng rational expressions. So, where y is not equal to 0. Hindi pwedeng maging 0 ang y because, so 2 over 0 is undefined. So, kahit i-press natin sa calculator, 2 divided by 0, undefined or syntax error, math error ang lalabas sa ating calculator. So, kaya hindi pwedeng maging 0 ang denominator ng kahit anong fraction or rational expressions. Next. So, this one, x plus 1 over x minus 2. So, ang denominator natin ay yung x minus 2. So, ano ba yung number na kapag sinubtract natin sa 2, it will result to 0? So, ito yon. X should not be equal to 2. Hindi siya pwedeng maging 2. Bakit? So, x plus 1, yun yung numerator natin, over 2 minus 2. Is equal to x plus 1 over 0 is equal to undefined again. So, ganun kahalaga kung bakit hindi pwedeng maging 0 ang ating denominator. Our last example of rational expressions is x squared minus 3x plus 2 over x squared minus 1. So, ano yung dalawang number na kapag pinag-multiply natin at sinubtract natin sa 1, ang sagot ay 0. So, meron tayong dalawang pwedeng sagot. So, where x is equal or is not equal to 1, so yung x dapat hindi maging equal to 1, and negative 1. So, bakit? So ito yung ating example, x squared minus 3x plus 2 over 1. So kapag positive 1 ang value ng x, so 1 squared minus 1 is equal to 0. Kasi 1 times 1 is 1, minus 1 is 0. Undefined. Kapag negative naman, ganun din. Negative 1 square or negative 1 times 1, negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1, minus 1 is 0. So, undefined. So, hindi dapat magiging 0 ang ating denominator. So, we have examples on page 144 wherein you need to simplify your algebraic expression or rational algebraic expression, and then kailangan nating hanapin or i-determine what is the number na restricted yung ating variable or yung hindi pwedeng maging value ng ating variable. Okay, so para mas mahigit nating maunawaan, on page 144, example number 3. So meron tayo itong tatlong example. So example number 1, we have x plus 2 over x minus 4. So, ang direction natin, find the value of the variable that makes the expression undefined. So, ang concern lang natin dito sa ating lesson na to ay yung denominator. So, ano ba dapat yung value ng x? Hanapin muna natin ano yung value ng x. So, paano yun? So, denominator natin ay x minus 4. So, doon manggagaling yung value ng x natin. Next. So, equate lang natin siya sa 0. So, x minus 4 is equal to 0. So, ano yung lagi natin ginagawa? To find the value of the variable. So, kung meron siyang kasamang number, inililipat lang natin sa kabilang side. So, negative 4 will be positive. So, x is equal to 4. So, ito na yung value ng x. So, check natin. So, x plus 2 over x minus 4 is equal to x plus 2 over 4 minus 4 is x plus 2 over 0. And that is undefined. So, ang ating variable na ginagawang 0 or yung value ng variable natin na ginagawang 0 ang denominator is 4. Kung ano yung nakuha nating value ng x. Okay? So, ito lang yung ilalagay natin. X should not be equal to 4. Ito lang yung symbol. Ang basa dito, should not be equal or is not equal to 4. Ano? Yung equal sign na merong slant sa gitna. Then, yan na yun. Ito na yung final answer natin. Next, 3 over x squared minus 5x plus 4. So, ang concern lang natin lagi ay denominator. Kasi once na nakuha natin ang value ng variable sa denominator, kung merong variable sa numerator, yun natin yung value ng x niya. Okay? So we have x squared minus 5x plus 4, yun yung denominator. So kailangan natin i-factor. So madali na mag-factor kasi diniscuss natin to ng mga nakaraang lesson natin. So 3 over, so factor the first term, factor the last term na kapag pinag-add, ang sagot ay negative 5. So that will result to x minus 4 times the quantity x minus 1. So pag-iwalayin lang natin yung x minus 4 at x minus 1, so yun dapat yung hindi maging equal to 0. Okay? So we have x minus 4 is equal to 0. And x minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, equate lang natin siya sa 0. So, x minus 4, ililipat lang natin yung negative 4 sa kabila, kaparehas ng ginawa natin sa number 1. So, magiging siyang positive. So, dapat yung value ng x hindi maging 4. Okay? Kasi kapag 4, magiging 0. So, ang value ng x natin ay 4. Next, i-try natin. Kapag ba naging 4 ang value ng x, magiging 0 yung ating denominator. So, isa-substitute lang natin. So, 3 over 4 squared minus 5 times 4 plus 4. So, 4 squared is 16. Negative 5 times 4 is negative 20. Positive 4, bring down. Then simplify. So 16 minus 20 is negative 4. Negative 4 plus 4 is 0. So yung result natin, 3 over 0. So kapag ang value ng x is equal to 4, magiging 0 ang ating denominator. So yung hinahanap nating value ng variable that makes the expression undefined is 4. Okay, ito yun. Next, dito naman tayo sa x minus 1 is equal to 0. So x is equal to negative 1, ilipat natin sa kabilang side. It is equal to positive 1. Then, i-check natin kung siya ba ay magiging 0 ang denominator kapag 1 ang value ng x. So 3 over 1 squared minus 5 times the value of x, which is 1, plus 4. So 3 over 1 squared is 1, negative 5 times 1 is negative 5 plus 4. Then simplify. Positive 1 minus 5 is negative 4 plus 4 is 0 because parehas sila ng number at magkaiba sila ng sign, so magsusubtract tayo. Negative 4 plus 4. Subtraction yun. It is equal to 0. So magiging value natin ng denominator is 0. So undefined pa din. So dalawang value ng x na magre-result sa denominator as 0 ay positive 4 at 1. So yun na yung ating solution. Okay, so example. So simplify, state the restriction on the variable. So on page 144 ng inyong libro, meron tayo dun tatlong example. Okay, so example number 1 is to simplify 5x squared all over 10x cubed. So pagkatapos natin siyang i-simplify, then hanapin natin yung value ng variable. Okay, so kapag nahanap na natin yung value ng variable, yun na yun. Yun na yung value ng variable na magiging kapag sinubstitute natin dun sa variable, ang result ay 0. Okay, so we have 5x squared over 10x cubed. So kapag ganito yung itsura ng ating isi-simplify, hanap lang tayo ng GCF nung dalawang term, numerator and denominator. So ano yung parehas nila sa 5 at 10, sa number, tsaka sa variable nila. So yung pwede nating i-divide, okay, tatandaan natin kapag kumanap tayo ng GCF, parehas yung pang-divide natin sa numerator and denominator. Okay? So 5 divided by 5 is 1, x squared divided by x squared is also 1. So kapag magkaparehas ang dinivide, di ba sabi ko lagi, is equal to 1 or cancel. Next, 10 divided by 5 is 2. X cubed divided by x squared. So, sinusubtract lang natin yung exponent. Exponent ang sinusubtract. Copy the variable. So, 3 minus 2 is 1. Copy the variable. 1 ang exponent nito. So, ito na yung na-simplify nating rational expression. And then, kapag ganito yung ating result, wala naman tayong plus or minus. Iisip na lang tayo, ano ba yung i-multiply natin sa 2 para maging 0? And that will be 0. So kapag minultiply natin yung 2 by 0, or kapag ang value ng x ay 0, the denominator will be automatically equal to 0. At kapag 0 ang denominator, undefined na yung fraction natin or rational expression. So para ma-check natin, isa-substitute natin yung value ng x. So 1 over 2 times 0. So 1 over 0 yung ating rational expression. Then undefined kasi 0 yung denominator. So x should not be equal to 0. So lalagyan lang natin ng sign na ganito. Ito may equal sign, then slash. Okay? Example number 2. So example number 2, 2x plus 6 over x squared plus 5x plus 6. So nasa letter B tayo, 144 pa din. So una nating gagawin, kapag nakita natin na pwedeng i-factor ang numerator and then denominator, mag-factor muna tayo. Okay? Kaya una nating diniscuss on how to factor polynomials. So kung nakalimutan na, balikan yung video, nasa FB group lang natin yon. So factor the numerator. Ano ba yung common sa 2 and 6? Kung may variable na common, ilalagay din, ilalabas ng parenthesis. Okay? So 2 yung common nila ng number. So 2 divide 2 is 1. Ito yon. And then, x, walang x sa labas, so variable x. Then plus sign, 6 divide 2 is 3. So yun yung ating factored form ng 2x plus 6. Itong numerator na to. All over. So factor yung trinomial natin. So factor the first term, then factor the last term. Kapag pinag-add natin yung factor ng 6, ang sagot ay 5. So ito yung factor natin. So x plus 2 times the quantity x plus 3. Then, tingnan natin yung numerator and denominator kung merong parehas. Then, ang gagawin natin, ika-cancel lang natin. So, cancel. Then, copy kung ano yung natirang term. So, ang ating na-simplify na form ng ating rational expression is 2 over x plus 2. So, okay lang na walang parenthesis. So, x plus 2, okay na yun. 2 over x plus 2. Kasi 2 yung natira sa ating numerator, x plus 2 yung natira sa denominator. So, yun na yung ating simplified form of the given equation or rational expression. Then, para malaman natin ano ba yung value ng x, kapag sinubstitute natin sa ating given, mag-result yung denominator natin na 0. So, saan tayo kukuha? Doon sa una nating nakuhang factor. Ito. Okay? Yung dalawa, x plus 2 at x plus 3. Equate lang natin sa 0. So, x plus 2, positive siya. Kapag nilipat sa kabila, negative. So, kapag ang value ng x ay negative 2, magiging 0 ang denominator. So, later on, i-check natin kung tama yung value ng x natin. Next, x plus 3 is equal to 0. So, ilipat natin yung positive 3 sa kabila. So, magiging negative 3. So, x should not be equal to negative 2. And x should not be equal to negative 3. Bakit? That's because kapag negative 2 or negative 3 ang value ng ating variable, magiging 0 ang ating denominator. Let us check. So, copy natin yung given natin na formula, na ating, hindi siya formula, siya ay rational expression. So, 2x plus 6 over x squared plus 5x plus 6. Palitan lang natin yung variable x natin nung nakuha nating value. So, una muna ay negative 2. So, lahat ng variable, papalitan natin ng negative 2. So, yung kasunod is negative 3. So, kung gusto i-check parehas. Okay? So, 2 times negative 2 plus 6 over negative 2 squared plus 5 times negative 2 plus 6. Negative 2 ang pinalit natin sa numerator, yun din ang ipapalit sa denominator. Hindi pwedeng magkaiba. Okay? So, simplify yung nasa loob ng parenthesis. So, 2 times negative 2 is negative 4 plus 6. Subtract natin, positive 2. Bakit siya positive 2? Kasi, mas malaki yung value ng positive 6. Okay? Over, negative 2 square is positive 4. Positive times negative, negative. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 6. Then, simplify natin 2 over 0. So, 4 minus 10 is negative 6 plus 6. It is equal to 0. So, kapag ang value ay negative 2 ng ating variable, magiging 0 ang ating denominator at mag-result as undefined yung ating rational expression. So, tama yung solution natin. Okay? So, hanggang dito lang. Hanggang dito lang yung inyong solution. Na-simplify. So, yun yung unang step. Then, pangalawa, ito. Ang part na to. Alam niyo ano ba yung value ng x. So, no need to check. Pero kung nagdadalawang isip kayo kung tama yung sagot niyo, pwede niyo i-check. Pero kapag ang solution, hanggang dito lang. Okay? Itong part na. Okay, example number 3. So, yung solution ng example number 3 ay nasa page 145 ng inyong libro. So, we have 2x squared plus 9x minus 5 over 3x squared plus 13x minus 10. So, balikan lang natin or panoodin nyo ulit kung paano, kung nakalimutan nyo na yung pag-factor ng trinomial. Balikan nyo yung ating previous video sa FB group. So, yun yung ating gagawin dito sa numerator and the denominator. So, bakit siya naging x plus 5 and 2x minus 1? Pinactor natin or nag-factor tayo ng numerator. So, ang result is x plus 5 times 2x minus 1. Okay? Next. Over the denominator, 3x squared plus 13x minus 10. So, yun yung result, x plus 5 times 3x minus 2. So, paano nga ba tayo nagsisimplify? Or paano tayo nagpa-factor? Diba? Minumultiply natin ang first term at last term. Then, yung result niya, hanap natin yung factor na kapag pinag-add, ang sagot ay yung middle term. Ganun din sa denominator. Okay? So, balikan yung video na nasa FB group natin, simplifying or factoring trinomials. So, yun yung ating babalikang video. So, dahil may nakita tayong parehas sa numerator and denominator, so, cancel lang natin yun. Okay? Then, kung ano yung natira, kokopyahin lang natin kasi wala naman silang common. Okay? So, kopyahin lang natin. So, meron tayong 2x minus 1 over 3x minus 2. Yan na yung ating final answer. Okay lang na walang parenthesis. Okay? So, ang final answer natin, yun yung ating simplified form. Yun yung sa ating isang instruction na simplified. Next is to know the value of the variable na magre-result sa denominator as 0. Saan tayo kukuha? Hindi dito. Doon sa nasa taas. Ito, yung factored form natin. So, yung dalawang yun ang gagamitin natin para makuha ang value ng x. So, yan. So, we have x plus 5 equals 0 and 3x minus 2 equals 0. Pinaghiwalay lang natin. Next, x is equal to negative 5. It is because yung positive 5 nilipat natin sa kabilang side. So, yan yung value ng x na kapag sinubstitute natin sa denominator, itong denominator na to, it will result to 0 or magiging undefined yung expression natin. Next, yung isa, 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. So, 3x is equal to positive 2. Yung negative 2, nilipat natin sa kabila. Okay, kaya siya naging positive. Then, x lang yung hinahanap natin, variable lang hinahanap. May katabi siyang 3. So, pag may katabing number, i-divide natin kung ano yung katabi niya, which is 3. So, divide both sides by positive 3. So, cancel na natin yung dalawang 3, numerator and denominator, matitira na lang ay yung x. Ito yun. Then, 2 over 3, yun na yung ating value ng x. So, kapag sinubstitute natin yung 2 over 3 sa ating denominator, so magiging 0 yun. Okay? So, hanggang dito lang yung solution ninyo. Okay? Kung gusto nyo ma-check kung tama yung solution ninyo, na magiging 0 yung denominator, pwede naman. So, ganito ang gagawin. Gamit yung ating given, ito yun, 2 times negative 5 squared, sa negative 5 ako nag-substitute, plus 9 times negative 5, ito yun, minus 5, over 3 times negative 5 squared plus 13 times negative 5 minus 10. Okay? Kung ano yung ginamit natin sa numerator na value, yun din yung gagamitin nating value sa denominator. Next, simplify the numbers or terms inside the parentheses. So, negative 5 squared is 25. 25 times 2, 50. Positive times negative, negative. 9 times 5, 45. Then bring down negative 5. So, negative 5 squared is 20. 5 times 3, 75. Positive times negative, negative. 13 times 5, 65. Minus 10. Then, simplify natin yung mga numbers kasi pwede naman silang i-add. Wala naman kasing variable. So, 50 minus 45 is positive 5 minus 5, 0. Then 75 minus 65 is 10. Minus 10 is 0. Okay? So this is undefined. Undefined kasi 0 yung denominator. Then 0 pa yung numerator. So undefined talaga. So pwedeng yung numerator may value kung yun yung nakuha nyo. And then, yung denominator, yung 0. So, kapag 0 yung denominator, tama yung solution ninyo. Again, hanggang dito lamang yung inyong solution. Okay? Ito yung na-simplify natin. After mag-simplify, state the restriction. Ito yung mga restriction. X should not be equal to negative 5 and x should not be equal to 2 over 3. Okay, for your activity, ngayong week na to, so activity number 1, let's practice letter A, 1 to 5 yun. So page 145 ng inyong libro. So 1 to 5, state the restriction on the variable. So kung ano yung ginawa natin kanina, yun yung gagawin ninyo. So page 145. In activity number 2, let's practice letter B. Page 146, ang sasagutan nyo doon ay number 1, number 3, number 5, number 7, at number 9. So, yun yung pinaka-activity number 2 ninyo. Okay, let's practice letter B. Numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, page 146. Saan isusulat? So, sa isang buong papel kasi hindi kasya ang solution sa libro. So, kung gusto nyo sulatan yung libro ninyo, pwede naman, sulatan nyo, then yung inyong pinakasagot sa papel ninyo kasi hindi kasya. At saka merong mahagip na lesson, kaya hindi natin siya pwedeng gupitin. So, sa papel muna. Okay? So, yun lang. Thank you for listening. Lao stay.